Good afternoon, everyone. I am your host, Jake.
And I am your other host, Dom.
I'm excited to go through this one with all of you. And I'm excited for a good reason.
What would that reason be?
Well, I was recently sent a letter. Let me get it right now.
We just got a letter.
What? I was recently sent a letter in the mail from the president of Hollywood that states, Dearest Dominic and jovial Jake, it is with extreme ecstatic emotion that I write you both this letter. My name is Harold Harstead Harvey Bon Hollywood, but you finest gents may cut the formalities and refer to my surname instead. I am Mr. Hollywood. Although I am a figurehead for the people in the entertainment world that has made all of the decisions in, I have decided to grant you fine gentlemen the distinguished task of culling the stars.
Any specific stars you're referring to? Like not the stars in the sky, not from the song "The Twinkle Twinkle Star." Tinkle Tinkle Little Star. My bad.
What stars, you might ask? Well, the stars on my most famous stretches of land, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that is. I've been meaning to delegate this to the other people that I have working under my watch, but this task will go to the two of you. If I agree with your decisions, expect a fine gift to be sent your way in the far future. It's always my style to pop up when the people don't expect it, after all. In regards to how you decide to do this, I don't mind. I currently trust the two of you to figure something out. Make it a flip of a coin, or let it be a game. I'll enjoy it either way. Thank you both for doing this for me. I truly mean it.
Interesting that he came to do it himself. So what about us? Like, why are the two of us of all people doing this instead of himself? Like, are we gonna get paid?
See, nothing in the letter says that it was gonna be done. I mean, even the envelope that I pulled it from, I mean, it had one of those famous, like, cool, it was like the shape of a star, but one of those wax seals on it. So it was like a fancy thing. But, like, the envelope on the top right corner, it had a stamp, but it said it was, like, paid for under the order of the, what does it say? Is paid under the order of the Hollywood star. So I think they were just kind of a cheapskate anyway, and sent this with the cop out stamp. I don't know. But whatever the reason, it doesn't matter if we're being delegated this, that us two random guys on the internet are just being tasked with this. Doesn't matter why it was given to us. I think it'll be pretty fun, pretty important task for us to do. Since, I mean, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to refuse even if we wanted to. Because Mr. Hollywood is everywhere, it seems.
Seems like he's always everywhere.
Seems like he's everywhere, right? Yeah.
Even in the what? Oh.
To reiterate, Dom, apparently Mr. Hollywood wants us to go through every single star that is in the Hollywood Walk of Fame and just say which ones we would get rid of. And who knows, maybe he's just giving us this test as a test, but maybe he's actually going to do something. Maybe next year or 10 years from now, the stars that we say will actually disappear. Who knows?
Only time will tell, really.
Only time will tell, right? So are you excited to get started on this special project delegated to us by the legendary Mr. Hollywood?
I'm pretty intrigued, yeah. Yes, I am.
All right, cool.
Let's
We
do
begin
this.
this journey with Adrian Ames. All right, I'm gonna click on this because okay, Mr. Hollywood, you gave us a task that was kind of hard because I think a lot of these stars are people that aren't in our circle, but I guess we have to try this out anyway. Um, so the site that we are looking up, because we are looking up a site. So forgive us, Mr. Hollywood, because we don't have a photographic memory. We don't know all of these people or characters in some cases. But all right, I'm getting ahead of myself though. Adrienne Ames was an American film actress born as a different name, Fort Worth, Texas. Ames began her film career in 27 as a stand-in for Paula Negri. Ames was soon cast in some small roles in some silent films and stuff like that. With the advent of talking pictures, she grew and was usually cast as society woman or in musicals. 30 films during the 1930s. Okay, she was born in 1907,
Mm.
and she did happen to pass away on New Year's Eve. That's neat there. I think she still deserves her star. We are not getting rid of it.
Yep, we'll keep that one.
We'll keep Adrian Ames. All right, Dom, bring us in with the next one.
Agnes Aries. Agnes Aries was an American actress who rose to fame during the silent film era.
Another
Bo-
silent actress. Huh.
yep. Born as Agnes Arie Henkel in Carbondale, Illinois, she began her career in 1914 when she was noticed by an SNA studio staff director and cast as an extra in the crowd scene. After moving in New York City with her mother to pursue a career in acting, Aries was spotted by actress Alice Joyce. Joyce noticed the physical resemblance of the two shared, which eventually led to Aries being cast in Richard the Brazin. Aries' career began to gain momentum when Paramount Pictures founder Jesse Lasky began to take an interest in her. Lasky gave her a starring role in the Civil War drama Held by the Enemy, and also lobbied for parts for her in several Cecil B. DeMille productions. It was during this time that Aries married and quickly divorced Captain Frank P. Shooker, an army officer whom she had wed during World War One. She also began a romance with Paramount executive Jesse Lasky.
All right,
And
that's pretty neat.
yep. She went on to have major roles in many other films. Just anything that we don't know about.
A lot of it is stuff that we don't know about, but just because it happens to be, and just because we don't know some of these people doesn't mean they deserve to
I mean,
remove, remove their stars for them, though.
their legacy still should. Although they should. Their legacy would still carry on. Yeah, by 1923, her career just pretty much.
Fell through, huh?
Yep, following the end of her relationship with the Paramount dude.
Fair, dude, yep.
She married Mexican diplomat S. Manuel Recchi in 1924, so literally like almost 100 years.
100 years ago.
Just about.
Yeah.
And they pretty much had a daughter before, once again, a divorce. So she pretty much just goes from marriage to marriage. And
Whatever works.
in 1927, in 1929, she has lost her fortune in real estate holdings in the crash of 29.
Right.
Same year.
29, there was a crash. That's stinky.
Yep, that same year, she also appeared in her last major role in The Donovan Affair, starring Jack Holt. To earn money, she left acting and played vaudevilles. Vaudeville's circuit.
Vaudeville.
Vaudeville, yeah. She returned to acting in 1936, confident that she could make a comeback, unable to secure starring roles. She also appeared in mostly uncredited bit parts and finally retired from acting for good in 1937. And so, yep, she was born on April 4th, 1898, and died on Christmas of 1940. So,
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. She retired for good in 1937.
in just another 3 more years,
Oh,
ah,
well, it does seem that she had a decent career right there. Uh, I don't think it matters that she divorced again and again and again
I
and
mean,
what.
not the,
I don't think that matters in the grand scheme of things. She was still in movies and stuff like that. She still had good roles.
I mean, not that. Not that her personal life really matters as much as like people were like, oh, people
Right.
just like to see her acting.
I think this is just. I think we're talking about pretty much just why they got a star in the first place and whether they should still keep the stars.
All right,
My
so
vote is because I think we should also kind of agree on these. I think she gets to keep her star.
all right, looks like
Do you?
I do think because I don't think I've ever seen any of her stuff, but hey, I think she deserves one.
You know what? Maybe we could see something. Maybe we could see things from all of these people that we have never heard of. And who knows, that could be a series all on its own. It'll
Yeah,
take like freaking years to complete, though, but hey, maybe we could do something.
all
But
right.
okay, so far it's 2 for 2. Alabama. Have you heard of Alabama?
I've the yeah, I have.
Alabama, not the state. Not the state.
Um,
Well, mm,
I'm not. I can't. Then you'd have to tell me then, and I'm sure if I hear it, then yeah, I might have known it.
okay, Alabama was a Grammy Award winning country music and southern rock band from Fort Payne, Alabama. Now, they seem to have been founded in '69 by Randy Owen and his cousin, Teddy Gentry, then soon joined by Jeff Cook. So the three of them started, and then let's see, they apparently originally were known as Wild Country, but they left Fort Payne and Lookout Mountain to explore further possibilities. They got a lot of success in the 1980s. In fact, they were the most commercially successful country act.
Yeah, so definitely newer than what we were just talking. The people we were just talking about.
A little bit. The band is credited with bringing country music groups to the mainstream. So if it wasn't for these people who walked, if it wasn't for Alabama, then possibly we might not have had as much country today, sort of deal. It's pretty neat. Um, in
Mm.
the picture, it seems like they also had a fourth member, Herndon, um, and he was hired in '79, so 10 years after the initial uh, founding. Let's see, blended traditional country music and southern rock combined with a little bit of gospel and pop. It kind of gave it a bigger appeal to newer audience members. The band has over 30 number one country records in the Billboard magazines, and it has sold over 73 million records to date. Band was formed then with all of them. It was under Young Country. The first gig was playing a high school talent contest. Huh, that's neat like that. So yeah, they reunited They broke Young Country up and then reunited in Anniston, Alabama, under the Wild Country that I said before. And then they decided to quit their day jobs and become professionals. And that's when they chose the name Alabama. And then after they chose the name Alabama, then they added Mark Herndon. Uh, Alabama as a band was pretty much, at least according to this site, born on New Year's Eve '69. And oh, since it's a band, I don't think they really have a born and death date because it's more than one being, so can't really give that fact.
Unless they list the
Alabama,
individual.
Alabama, I'm going to say, since they pretty much got a lot of country music into the mainstream, I'm going to say they still deserve their star. Do you think so too?
Yeah, I think they can get it. Next one right here. Alan Arkin. So yep, he was born. Oh, it doesn't even born in USA. Okay, good to know. No birth date or anything. Yep, he's a
It
Hollywood champ.
seems that the first or one of the paragraphs underneath his picture, it does say where he was born, but not date apparently. Yeah.
Hmm. So yep, he was pretty much. Yep, he was honored for the 2665th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Friday, June 7th, 2019, a week before we graduated high school.
Shoot, so that's even more recent.
Yep, so the star was dedicated to the category of motion pictures on 6914 Hollywood Boulevard in front of Minnesota store. Yeah. Yep. So Alan Arkin is long one of the most respected artists of the stage and screen, said Anna Martinez, producer of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We are proud to add this legendary performer's name to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, added Martinez.
You're just gonna read all
Yeah.
this on you.
Probably not
Just,
everything.
just give me the spark notes. Like, give me the main bits, because we're gonna be here for freaking 5 days if you read everything like that.
He was born in Brooklyn, so yep.
But what did he do? Is the thing?
He was born. Yep, he started up with Chicago's improvisational review with REVUE and all that. Yeah, I'm just looking for like just some of the big parts. He was also like he was also garnered the second Best Actor Oscar nomination for his performance in the 1968 drama "The Heart Is a Lonely Hunter," which also he also won a New York Film Critics Circle too. Yeah.
Oh, the NIFC.
Oh yep. So yep, he's been in over 70 films within the past 5 decades. So yep. Ooh,
Okay,
even
nice.
even Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, Scissorhands. Oh,
Remember? Yep.
yeah.
Our 10th grade English, we had to watch that.
Good. Oh, I think he's the doctor. No,
I don't. Oh, it's funny. I don't even remember much,
that's
but
fine.
it's maybe he was. I am not sure.
But yeah, he seems to have had a big career. Yeah,
Says nothing whether what he's doing nowadays.
apparently. Okay, this is probably an old site or an older site, so it might not be updated. but I see this one. Arkin will next be featured in Minions 2.
Minions 2.
Minions 2.
Of course.
And in the Netflix film Wonderland. Is directed a bunch of other stuff too. All right. What's your vote on Alan Arkin?
I think he deserves a star.
Full agreement. All right.
Mm-hmm.
America.
Let's see what this is about.
Another band that is another band,
It's like
right?
a
Or
it's like a
music group.
it's like another two-man band.
Yeah, we call them two mans.
Also born on New Year's Eve. It died the same day they were born.
So I'm gonna say that the days are probably miffed up because they don't really know that. Let's see, the Chamber of Commerce, Hollywood. Oh, Mr. Hollywood, this is your place. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce honored America with the 2,459th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And the Grammy Award-winning duo celebrated Grammy Week in big style. Right, that's lovely, right? Let's see, in the ceremony, some of the other Walk of Fame stars um, were were celebrating stuff like that too. America is a popular music duo containing Jerry Beckley and Dewey Buck. They met along with Dan Peake, who left the group in 77 and passed away last year, 2011. Okay, so this was probably written in 2012 then, which
Yep.
I don't think is really dated. I mean, it's not up to date, probably, but
Nope.
we can still use this as a bit of a little thing. Um, they go on to do a bunch of things. Let's see. Yeah, they do a bunch of things throughout their career, trying to see if they stopped making things or if they are still doing stuff today, or at the case of 12 or whatever. Um, who shares a star? Okay.
16 albums, huh?
The Hollywood Walk of Fame is an internationally recognized Hollywood icon with approximately 24 star ceremonies a year broadcast around the world. So ever since Mr. Hollywood had these start, um, apparently there have been like nearly 30 I hear. 30 times. I don't know. Let's say 100. 3,000 stars, maybe.
It's like thousands and thousands of them.
This is probably going to be one of those long series types of episodes.
Oh my
Um,
god. Well, looks like
they they seem to have had a good career. They seem to not really get in trouble. I believe they deserve their star, but possibly possibly making it so making it so that the individual band members have it, or do you think that it just should be America's star
I
rather
think
than like
well, I think
rather,
they're since they're both involved, I think they both deserve that one star.
so it should be a shared one.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so no changes. America, in my vote, keeps the star.
Yep, he does. Like they
All right,
both.
they both do. Okay, cool.
All right, Amy Adams.
I think we know this one.
I may have. Yep, she got she got her she got her 2,598th star in 2017,
Oh,
Wednesday at
cool.
11 in the morning. So we might. Yep, so this one we might know her from a couple of movies.
Let's just really give it like the Spark Notes or Cliff Notes, whatever. Like literally say maybe 3 sentences about this.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys heard of Arrival, Dennis Villeneuve's Arrival, and some kind of alien type movie, whatever it is. Alien crafts land around the world, blah 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 blah. I like how they just have an estimated death date. Yep, she was born on August 20th, 1974.
And she died before Christ,
Yep, BC.
November 30th, 1 BC.
Yep.
Mr. Hollywood, get on your site, man.
Oh, Mr. Hollywood. She was most recently in the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yeah,
Which is probably not the most recent, but
yeah. In terms of what, as of the writing of this, then yeah, it was pretty recent.
as of 2012 or whatever, right?
Says it, yeah. Which, oh yeah, and then the sequel to the highly successful Man of Steel, which was so oh wait, so this was so the movie came out in 2016. But then the Man of Steel came out in 2013. So yep, they're 7 years too late right now.
Regardless of the fact, um, it doesn't seem she has any real quote unquote dramas or whatever, well, other than the ones she acts in. But it seems that she has a ongoing, uh, ever expanding career, and I think she still deserves it.
Uh, whoever's she's got a some she's got another drama. She had another drama series called Sharp Objects. It will be released in 2017. Like, yeah, I have not seen it. Yeah, we're already 6 years in the future.
Oh, actually, shoot, look at that. All right, so let's see. Adam's other film credits include. I'm gonna skip down here.
It's got a lot.
Christine Jeffs and Karen Moncrief's critically acclaimed film Sunshine Cleaning, opposite Emily Blunt and Alan Arkin. So both of them were in something, which is pretty neat whenever you see that. I just want to point that out. She seems kind, at least from what I've seen. Her career seems to be pretty pumping. I think she
Seems
deserves the star.
it's like nothing. No, there's nothing going on crazy. So it looks like she got her star. There you go.
She got a star.
She got her good noodle star. All right, now
And
you.
Margaret, Swedish American actress from that black and white photo. She's pretty nice looking. Of course, they all are back back in their heyday, but I don't know if I would think she's attractive now. Gotta check something first.
Yeah,
I feel bad because apparently she died at 69 on
I don't
New
think.
Year's Eve. I don't
Yeah,
think that's accurate.
what? It's like what do they have? Like some kind of. It's like they have something injected in their arm and it explodes on New Year's Eve.
I'm not
sure I understand. Oops. That was my watch.
Did we connect to the other side? Is that Anne? Are you
I
here?
Yeah, I think we have. So she's in. Okay,
You
so let's learn about.
you, you downloaded the Ouija app. I Ouija.
Apparently,
Okay, whatever the heck. Swedish American actress, singer, and dancer whose professional name is Anne Margaret. She became famous for starring in Bye Bye Birdie, Viva Las Vegas, The Cincinnati Kid, Carnal Knowledge, and Tommy.
Santa
Her,
Claus 3. Oh, the breakup. I've watched that before.
and the funny thing is, I think those movies came out after 1969, so I think
I
she's probably still alive, at least according to this.
Has to be.
Because on August 21st of August 2010, she won her first Emmy Award. So I'm gonna say 2010 is after 69, but I
I would
don't
like to say that
know.
too.
I'm not a math whiz.
I would like to. Let's find out, but I would like to guess that it is.
She was born in Stockholm, the daughter of Anna and Gustav Olsson, native of oh, native of what's called
Oceanhorf. Yeah, that's what. You got it right.
I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'll put in the real pronunciation right here.
Koldsvik.
Okay, well, while she was young, she moved to motherfucker.
No
She moved,
offense to those
she
who know
moved,
it.
she moved with her parents to,
Valshoven.
Yep, with a bunch of lumberjacks and farmers. So no technology.
which she later described as a small town of lumberjacks and farmers up near the Arctic Circle. Um, it's earlier life and stuff like that. Working with the Johnson Electrical Company. That was her father, it seems. She moved to the States in '46. Radio City music stuff. She appeared in Amateur Hour. She appeared in Breakfast Club. In another Amateur Hour, apparently. Uh, Probably better than Genius Hour, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Shit, right? She seems to have had a decent thing right there. Her ceremony date was, let's see, where is it?
Hmm.
September 11th. But, oh, God. I'm not going to cut that out. Because September is not the seventh month, is it?
It is the 9th month.
It is the ninth month. I should have known that because that would have been 9/11.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't blame me on that one because sept means seven, and I just goofed. Alright, let's see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July 11th.
August, September. Perfect. Now we know.
I don't think.
October, November, December. Yay!
Shut the fuck up.
All right. Okay.
I
So
don't think she deserves to remove a star, so she gets to keep it.
she gets to have it with her pancakes. All right. All right. Anthony Anderson. Okay, come on. Let's get this loaded up.
All right. So far, we haven't had anybody that we wanted to remove their star, which I'm kind of thinking this next guy we're not going to remove his star either because he's pretty recent. And well, whatever. Let's actually dive into it. Anthony Anderson. All right. So apparently, this is another actor that was nominated or honored by Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Hollywood. That's your place. Um, he's apparently one of the newer ones because obviously he is, because he is uh, a newer actor, I guess. Well, at this time, not really, but yeah,
Yeah, as of
it was
2000.
2012, right? Something like that. Um, a lot of the Walk of Famers guests even like spoke at it and stuff like that. Um, so that was pretty cool. Including his mother. Uh, that's pretty neat. Let's see. Hmm, Anthony was inducted into the wall, no, the Walk of Fame class in 2018, but he elected to hold off his ceremony so he could celebrate alongside another great milestone, his 50th birthday, which falls on August 15th, 2020. All right. Um, yeah, so his ceremony date apparently was in 2020, which we were kind of ragging on this website for not having anything after 2012, but apparently the important things were probably updated. So that's pretty weird, but that's the issue of the website. He originally attended some performing arts classes, and that played a good part in the Hollywood community. Oh, let's make this a little bit more topical. If in response to the let's just say pandemic virus, uh, he decided to move forward with the ceremony because originally, like, he wanted to do it in that 2020 point, which he still ended up doing, but uh, he had to push it up a little bit, I think, from what he originally was going to do. So we partnered with Hollywood Unites to help support the vulnerable members within the Hollywood community. So he is a pretty nice guy, and like I said earlier, he is one of the actually he is the main actor in the Blackish series. Uh, he's also an executive producer in some other things like Road Trippin' with Ricky Thompson and Denzel Dion. Let's see. He appeared in an Emmy Award-winning ABC Live television special, live in front of a studio audience as Henry Jefferson in the All in the Family portion. Oh, that's pretty neat. I think I kind of wanted. Yeah. Oh, that's neat. He also, according to this, in the same show special, he also sang with Patti LaBelle. He did the opening song with her. But that's pretty cool. And yeah, a lot of these are showing his let's see, upbringing and how he rose to. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm learning about that. I'm learning about so much about this man. Uh, oh my God. Okay. Well, I could go on and on and on about what this guy does. Considering he is a philanthropist, a guy who really doesn't support the virus that happened or is happening as of recording, um, I would vote that, considering he's still doing things today, he's, as of recording, still around. I want to say I want to vote he keeps his star. What about you?
You should. Yeah, I think so.
Because so far, I don't think he's really done anything to deserve taking it away. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about this whole thing, it's like
Oh, yeah?
the there's like over 2,000 stars, so
Right, we did that math. I think I might be picking up what you're putting down, but I also might be wrong. Go ahead.
I had this idea of what we could do. Like, since we already gone through a couple of celebrities, maybe like kind of like how the taste trades, we can make this like another reoccurring segment.
We make this a recurring segment, but hang on a minute. So you're saying this segment should be like 50, 60 minutes every episode that we do it with? Should we really dedicate like an hour every every other time just for this? What are you thinking with that?
If it's part of an episode, then we can just do just a few celebrities. But if it's one episode dedicated to this whole Walk of Fame, then we can do an hour. Doesn't have to be, or another idea, like one or two celebrities per like kind of like a segment if it's like part of an episode.
Run too slow. We could possibly do it that way, but like you said, there are, well, let's just say over 2,000 stars. Maybe there are exactly 2,000. I don't know, but uh, let's just say there are a lot of stars out there, and you're saying we should only do like one or two every segment or whatever. That would take
Or
well over 1,000 episodes.
hmm, it doesn't.
Would you be down to hear maybe an idea that I had about this, possibly?
Let's hear it.
So I like the idea of separating it into segments, but there just isn't enough time for us to do, 1,000 episodes or whatever dedicated to just this or whatever, right? So I'm kind of thinking we separate the letters out. We tackle the rest of the A's, at least according to this site. We tackle the rest of the A's offline, behind the scenes, and we kind of make like we kind of do some homework and research these people or bands or characters or whatever the heck. We research them, provide like a 2 sentence summary or something on everyone that we're going to do, because I don't want to punish you with that. So yeah, you could do Antonio right there, but then I'll do Army, right? And so on and so forth until the rest of the A's are done. We do that, and we dedicate a segment to kind of summarizing and rapid firing these. What do you think of that? Obviously, we can work out some finer details offline, but at least for a general idea, what do you think of that?
Doesn't sound doesn't sound like a bad idea. But it'll definitely take us a while to go through all A's, but we can make this work if we just do this.
Well, that's kind of why I said that we should kind of split up the work. So obviously, like if I'm the person who's researching all of the A's, it'll take me well twice as longer than it should. So I'm thinking if we split up the load, you take half of the rest of them, and then I take half of the rest of the A's, and we'll come back. I want to say in this episode to do the rapid fire.
Hmm, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I guess I guess behind the scenes you can give me more of the details so that way I have a better understanding.
Oh, certainly. I'm not just gonna expect you to do it right away, but yeah, I'll certainly do that. I'll make like an example or something for you with two of these, and then you could probably follow the lead, and hopefully we can wrap up the A's. because I have a feeling if we don't, Mr. Hollywood's gonna probably send a hitman and have them collect our actual A's. I don't know, something like that.
That's what he's gonna do.
Right.
Then
So now that we have an idea, I guess we'll treat this like a taste trades. We're not doing taste trades, but we'll kind of treat this as not. Hmm. We're not going to treat this as like a big episode sort of like series thing, but we're also not going to do like a throwaway sort of segment on it. It's more of a segment than it is an episode, but it's also pretty longer than the segment. Oh, whatever. You'll see what I mean. Listeners, we'll catch you in part two whenever we did our research, and we probably have 50-foot long beards because that's how long it will take us to research all of this. Uh, See you when we turn 50. Alright, shit.
well, Antonio Aguilar was also called El Charo de Mexico. He was a Mexican singer and a songwriter that produced over 150 albums, which sold over 25 million copies.
Ay, caramba.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's also apparently made 167 movies. And you know what? In my personal opinion, due to his success, he gets the El Starro.
I think I agree with you, although I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Alright, moving on. Army Archerd was a famous and skilled columnist for Variety for 50 years. He reported about many things such as film sets, announcing pending deals, and giving news of star-related hospitalizations, marriages, and births. He emceed many movie premieres at the Man's Chinese Theater, which is where his star is, pretty much in front of it. Although it feels rude to do this, I don't believe he still deserves a star. He wasn't an actor or musician, but rather just a reporter and a host.
Well, usually my take on is that if he's in any kind of motion picture work, then or he has any success from that, then yeah, he gets the star. But if he's just like some side thing, then why bother?
Like, from what I am getting, which of course I was only spending like 10 minutes on these researches, so I could have been wrong about it, but from what I saw, he was pretty much just the equivalent of like a the day reporter or something like that, but
Just like
obviously more famous, but like
so
just
just like a
a regular.
journalist.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, could have influential articles and stuff like that. I might need to get back to it, but right now, and feel free to disagree with me. Have to we'll have to settle it a different way, or maybe tell Mr. Hollywood what ones that we can't decide on. Maybe that might be something. But in my opinion, Army does not deserve the star. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if he's just like some journalist. Like I don't know. I don't think he needs a star. He's not like an actor, as far as I know.
As far as I know, same.
Art Accord, not to be confused with Honda Accord.
Uh,
He was a silent film actor as well as a rodeo champion. He was he was one of the few cowboys to have ridden the proclaimed bucking horse steamboat, whatever that is. He was also one of the first stars in Western films. Therefore he keeps a star. No pun intended, because he has got the sheriff's star.
the guy who rode the bucking horse, he doesn't get a star, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's probably from the Lone Star State, right? Probably
maybe.
from Texas, right?
Yeah,
Watch him be from like Maine or something like way different.
probably catching lobsters instead of whatever bandits or whatever they get.
Yeah, but Ride high, cowboy. I believe he deserves a star too. All right. Ashante is a famous musician since her discovery during her teenage years in 2002, so pretty more recent than a lot of the other ones that we've reported on so far. She became the first female to hit the top two spots in the Billboard Top 100s. In addition to that, she was also in a few decently notable movies. Overall, her career seems to be rather successful with no real drama or issues. I say she gets to keep her star.
Well, from what it sounds, yeah, I think she keeps the star.
All right, moving on. Let's do this. It was your idea to do this very quickly, so
Let's get this
after.
going. Well, Ben Alexander was an Emmy-nominated motion picture film actor who got his start in 1915 in acting. He was born on May 26, 1911. His debut was at 5 years old in the movie Every Pearl a Tear. Huh. He continued to act in movies up until the mid-1930s when his career just started to slope down, but eventually found success as a radio announcer in the late 40s, which included Martin Lewis Show. I think he does get a star for his acting career.
So I'm not the one who did the research, so I'm just going off of what you just said. Sure, I'll give it to him. When he was 5 years old, he was in a movie. All right, cool. I agree. Brian Ahern was an English actor on stage. He gets a star.
All right.
Brian Ahern was an English actor on stage, screen, radio, and television who enjoyed a long and varied career in Britain and the United States. He was in a bunch of famous movies and shows that were even mentioned in some circles today. He acted in The Twilight Zone, the 1964 Disney hit, The Waltz King. Have you heard of it?
I heard of a movie around that era, but not that specific one.
You're probably thinking of The Lion King, not The Waltz King.
Nope, Mary Poppins.
But, anyway, Brian had played King Arthur in Prince of Valiant in 1954. He has since passed on, and I think it would be disrespectful to, take someone who was a Disney person out of the stardom. So he can keep his star.
I think he does keep his star.
All right.
So, Bronco Billy Anderson was an American film actor, songwriter, director, and producer who was best known for Western films. Another Western film person.
Yeah.
Before his acting career, he was a photographer, actor, and a newspaper vendor before going on stage. He played 3 roles in the film The Great Train Robbery. Therefore, he keeps a star.
He keeps his star. Yeah, I believe he probably stole it from the Great Train, right?
Yeah,
That's what it was for.
he stole it from the pilot.
He stole
the
it fair and square, so
Not a pilot.
so I guess he could keep his star.
Mhm.
Brian Adams is a Canadian musician, singer, songwriter, composer, and photographer. He has been cited as one of the best-selling music artists of all time and is estimated to have sold between 75 and more than 100 million records and singles worldwide. Fun fact, he wrote and performed Everything I Do It For You. That song was my parents' dance song after they got married. He wrote music for several movies such as Bridge to Terabithia, Hope Floats, and Legends of Oz, Dorothy Returns. I believe he deserves to still have his star.
I think he does.
All right.
Yeah, Bud Abbott is an American actor, producer, and comedian. He was on Abbott and Costello with Lou Costello, and he was remembered as the straight man. Lou and Bud met in burlesque in the early 30s, and then in 1936, they worked together in that same genre. In 1938, they were known for the first time on the Kate Smith radio show. Abbott and Costello starred in their first movie, One Night in the Tropics, despite them just being filler supporting roles. I think due to his success with his co-partner, friend, he deserves that star.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. It's that guy. You probably know, right? Yeah. I perfectly agree with that statement. Byron Allen is a writer, comedian, and CEO of a production company. He became the youngest comedian on the Carson Tonight Show, and people really liked him. In October 2022, so pretty recently, his production company was estimated to be about $4.5 billion. Maybe controversial, but I don't believe he should keep his star. He isn't much in the spotlight anymore, but rather behind the scenes. Let someone else have it.
Eh, maybe give it to Bud Abbott. He can get a second one.
The second one, well, if Abbott's getting a second one, then I think Abbott deserves to get one taken away if he has two.
Okay, well,
But
anyways,
are you in agreement or are you
yeah, I
opposed?
am. I think he doesn't. I think Mr. Byron gets no star.
Because
Well,
he's not really trying to be in limelight anymore. Which no shade, but I don't know about him. You know.
anyway, anyways, well, Charles Aznavour, according to Anna Martinez, is a popular entertainer around the world and loved by millions of fans across generations. Back in 1998, a CNN Time online poll called him the entertainer of the 20th century. Aznavour has recorded over 1,400 songs, but he wrote 1,300 of them and has released over 390 albums in multiple languages such as English, Spanish, French, and yeah, etc. Due to his bilingual talent, he for sure gets a star. Because,
Muy bien.
yep.
That little je ne sais quoi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera is a famous musician and singer of the modern day. She sings with an impressive range of 4 octaves, as well as being able to sustain the higher notes for long periods of time. She was one of the younger people to get in the Billboard Top 100s chart at that time. Some of her smash hits include Beautiful, Genie in a Bottle, and Reflection. She started acting as a young girl in Disney's Mickey Mouse Club and went full circle in singing that song for Disney's Mulan. Reflection, I mean. She
Mm.
deserves her star. In fact, she may wish upon it all night or whatever the Disney song was.
Eh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like she would deserve it if she's been in more movies, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, we have a undecided then. All right, that's fine.
All right.
We can have that. I mean, Mr. Hollywood didn't tell us otherwise, so I think we could do that.
All right.
If we can't, though, then we'll decide later. I guess,
Yeah.
Mr. Hollywood, if you're hearing this.
Hope he does.
Oh,
Clarence Avant. This man again. He was mostly known as the father of black music. He got his start in the music industry in the late 50s as the manager of Teddy P's Lounge in Newark, New Jersey, to represent Little Willie John, who was a blues artist and a frequent attendee at the lounge. He was a manager. Um, he was a manager to a couple of artists such as Jimmy Smith and Creed Taylor. Despite him dropping out of high school at the end of his sophomore year, he still gets a not start for his career success.
I think he keeps his star too. Cliff Arquette was an American actor and comedian. Starting as a radio host, he finds a slow progression to success. Famous for his persona Charlie Weaver, played on numerous television shows, that character was so popular that he rarely appeared as Cliff in programs, rather just as Charlie. Arquette is credited for inventing the modern rubber theatrical prosthetic mask, which was flexible enough to allow changing facial expressions and porous enough to allow air to reach the actor's skin. He should keep his star.
Agree on that. Ooh, this one, everybody should know who this is. Chris Angel. Yep, Chris Angel is known for his magic and is well known by plenty of people. I mean, who doesn't know who he is? He
Chris
produced
Devil doesn't.
no, he produced the show Mind Freak, which was like, well, it's a show about magic, where they take place. He also has like best-selling books, CDs, and any merch you can think of. He had a show back in 2013 called Believe, emphasize the Lee part in Believe, lie. He created and directed a music video for Latin pop star called Belinda featuring DJ slash producer Steve Aoki. He deserves a star. Well, hope it doesn't disappear. I think he does get one.
I agree. Dan Avi was a Vietnam Green Beret before swapping over to radio while in the States. He had garnered fame and fortune throughout his career in the industry that he had earned 15 Golden Mike Awards. He also was a sportscaster for a while for the hockey team, the Los Angeles Kings. He was honored with his achievements in radio with the star on his birthday in 2006. That's why I feel like a jerk for saying I believe his star should be taken away. I know, but maybe he kept the receipt. I don't know.
I don't think you should have a star. Dear Abby is the name of a notable advice column which was founded back in 1956 under the pen name Abigail Van Buren, and to this day is carried by her daughter. Not very much to say about this one, so for now, I don't know about giving away a star because I don't see anything about acting, no movies, none of that.
This is a little weird one. I was curious about this one, but since it didn't fall under my jurisdiction, I wasn't really going to look into it. But Dear Abby, that's just a news column.
It's
It
literally all
wasn't
it is.
even done on radio, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe the advice was so amazing, but like, yeah, I think we should take away that star.
Yeah, I think so too. So,
Dear Abby, you do not deserve your star. Sincerely, well, Mr. Hollywood, sometime, I believe. Jeez,
all right.
okay. I'm still thinking of how to a made up advice column get a fucking star.
I don't know. But somehow, some Chris Angel magic might have done something to get her to get the star.
Abigail must have taken somebody in a van and given birth. I'm not gonna finish that.
I would have. Let's keep it PG.
It's all right. Going back to that one though, like it's as if like you took like a 15-year-old's like diary and just gave that a star.
What or what? A little journal. Oh, and my first grade book. Here you go. I get a star.
You know what? Everyone gets a good noodle star.
I guess I should get a noodle star for my first grade writing journal that I have. Perfect.
Oh, I'm gonna try to compose myself here.
Who's this next person that you have?
It's not Dear Abby, jeez.
Dear Society, what the fuck?
Oh my god, this is gonna take me forever to fucking. Alright, dead babies, dead babies. I'm
Try to keep it together.
I'm trying to compose myself here.
I can't get over the news column. It's a minimum wage news writing. All right. Anyways, let's
calm down and talk about Debbie Allen. All right. She is an American actress, dancer, choreographer, singer-songwriter, director, producer, and former member of the President's Committee of the Arts and Humanities. The only reason she isn't in the PCAH anymore, the President's Committee, is because all of the volunteers stopped in 2017 as a peaceful protest in regards to President Trump's actions towards the Unite the Right movement in South Carolina. Politics shouldn't be a factor in whether she keeps a star or not. Uh, I just felt that it was deserving to talk about just as a sidebar there. She was in many famous TV shows like Grey's Anatomy, In the House, and A Different World. She deserves a star. And like I said before, I do believe that I needed to bring up the PCAH as it was a symbol of hope for some during that time, which is no longer a thing anymore. I believe she can keep her star.
Agreed. And yeah, I don't care about someone's political beliefs. Just do what you're doing.
Regardless of that, I do, from what I looked up, because actually Debbie Allen was probably the one I spent like the most research time on because I found the PCAH a little bit a little bit fascinating there and what was happening, right? Um, I, I believe that was Obama who started it, and which you could probably see why why it's not a thing anymore. But regardless of that, if we're just talking about what she does because she's still alive, um, I believe she keeps her star. And you said you agreed. All right.
Yeah. So let's talk about Desi Arnaz. Desi Arnaz is a Cuban-born American actor, musician, and television producer. He was more successful here in America than he was internationally. You know, he's known for his role as Ricky Ricardo in the TV show I Love Lucy.
Uh,
Yeah, he wasn't in show business until he moved here in the States. In 1939, he starred in the Broadway musical Too Many Girls. He kept starring in movies throughout the 1940s, but he was also in the military. And I think he does get that star.
I believe so too.
Awesome.
Don, this was gonna be something. Don Alvarado is an American actor, assistant director, and film production manager. Alvarado got his first uncredited silent film part in the 1924 film Mademoiselle Midnight. The people behind that silent film saw potential in him, and he had this distinct Latin lover look to him, which gave him much more opportunities. In 1939, using the name Don Page for screen credit purposes, he began working as an assistant director for Warner Brothers, and a few years later as a production manager. I believe he keeps the star.
Me too. I think so too.
we could say his name is Don Alstarado, right? Yeah.
El Storado, yeah.
All right.
Perfect. Don Emich, however it's pronounced, was an American award-winning American actor. He was also a huge radio star back in the 1930s, which also led him getting a contract from 20th Century Fox back in 1935. He was in lots of movies such as Dante's Inferno and Love is News and Ladies in Love. He gets the star.
He gets a star. All right. I do agree with that. Dear Abby.
This is gonna be. I think I could see this. Great, it's gonna be a running gag throughout the rest of the episode.
I have to keep that tangent in
We'll
because
keep it in.
otherwise.
Hey Dorothy, where's Toto?
All right, I can tell you. Dorothy Arzner was an American film director whose career in Hollywood spanned from the silent era of the 1920s into the early 1940s. Except for longtime silent film director Lois Weber, Arzner was the only female director working in Hollywood at that time. She goes on to launch many Hollywood women's careers in her life as well. Lucille Ball, Katharine Hepburn, and Rosalind Russell, just to name a few. It should be obvious, but women weren't respected as much when she was working. But despite that, she garnered fame and a following. She definitely deserves her star.
I mean, at that time, people had different viewpoints. But yeah, she gets her star. But all that aside, let's move on to Eddie Albert, his full name goes by Edward Albert Heinberger. He
Not
was an
cheeseburger.
nope. Yeah,
All right.
except without the cheese though. Mr. Hamburger was an American actor, gardener, humanitarian, activist, and World War II veteran. He was nominated in 1954 for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He was nominated for his performance in Roman Holiday. In 1973, Heimberger was nominated once again for The Heartbreak Kid. He gets a star after everything he's gone through from World War II to the silver screen. Man, this guy's got some balls.
You mean bowls, right? Because hamburgers.
Yeah, yeah.
Eddie Rochester Anderson was an American comedian and actor. To a generation of early radio and television comedy, he was known as Rochester. Anderson's first appearance on the Jack Benny program was on March 28, 1937. He was originally hired to play a one-time role, but he was charming, and from there his career started. Dennis Day, Phil Harris, Mary Livingston, Jack Benny, Don Wilson, and Mel Blanc are also on the Benny Hill radio show together. Anderson was also a voice for early African American activism, hoping to have Franklin D. Roosevelt allow willing African American men to serve in the military. He certainly may keep his star.
I think he does too.
Perfecto.
Perfect. Eddie Arnold, or his full name goes by Richard Edward Arnold, was an American country singer who sang and performed for 60 years. He created the Nashville sound in the late 50s and had 147 songs on the Billboard country music charts. He sold well over 85 million records until the day he died. Well, my opinion has changed on whether he deserves a star because, I mean, then again, he wasn't in really any movies as far as I know. But what I originally said was that he was also a role model for a lot of people, which backs up why he deserves a star. But my opinion has kind of changed on that.
So it feels like from your perspective, if they're on the screen in any way, then they get a star. But if they're not, interesting.
I mean, that's just my view of it. But I don't know if they were like on the MTV Awards, then yeah, I would say he gets some star for that.
I'm gonna say he does get the star. So this is another one that we have to throw to Mr. Hollywood to decide. This one's not unanimous, it seems. All right, so you spoke about Eddie Arnold, and I'm going to talk about Eddie Arnold.
All right, perfect.
I mean Edward Arnold. Anyway, different guy. No, it is not Richard Edward Arnold. It is just Edward Arnold. Was an American actor who started around the early 1900s. He had started as an extra and had drawn a lot of attention his way, so much that in 1916 he was picked to be in The Misleading Lady. Shortly after, he decided to take a break from film and only do stage work for more than 15 years. After that was over, he started acting in film again, and at this point, he's been in over 150 movies during his time. I believe he may keep his starro.
Yep, he deserves that good noodle star.
All right.
Jeez, this is the third Edward in this list. Edward Asner. He was an American movie, stage, and voice actor, as well as the former president of the Screen Actors Guild. He is well known for his role as Lou Grant on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, as well as its spin-off Lou Grant. He's also well known as being the voice of Carl Fredricksen in Disney Pixar's Up. Excuse me. He was also in the U.S. Army. He gets a star.
I thought that was Ed O'Neill. Maybe that's the same guy, but maybe it's like a stage name or something like that. I'm gonna do some research on this one. You said that's Edward
Asner, that's what it said to me.
Asner versus Ed O'Neill. All right, so just because I'm a little bit curious on this one, I'm gonna keep this part in. Let's see. That is interesting. It does say Carl Fredricksen for Ed Asner. I'm gonna also look up Ed O'Neill, because those are two different people, and I could have sworn that Ed O'Neill was the guy in the credits. I mean, I definitely could be wrong with this one.
Well,
let's do Control F, and we're gonna do up.
all right. Yeah.
This is very, very interesting. It appears I can't find up in Ed O'Neill, so maybe I had this wrong for the whole time.
Is it one of those Mandela effects type thing?
It might be a personal Mandela effect. I could have sworn it was this guy, but saying this guy. I mean, I did know that Ed O'Neill was the arcade owner in Wreck-It Ralph. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mr. Litwack.
Yeah, Litwack, right? He was that guy. So I knew that. I also swore he was Carl Frederick. Doesn't matter. I'm willing to look like an idiot for that one. All right. Did you think he got a star, or did I?
I think I said he gets a star.
I believe that too. But wow, that Carl tangent. Eve Arden was an American film, radio, stage, and television actress. She performed in leading and supporting roles for nearly 6 decades. At the start, she was just another Broadway actress who had happened to get her chance when people enjoyed her stage presence. Arden was prolific in the comedic scene, so much so that it made sense that she landed so many comedy roles. Arden has a great deadpan approach, so she was often the straight man type of character. I think she gets to keep her star.
I think so too. Frank Albertson. He's an American actor that got his start in Hollywood at age 13. Exploitation. He appeared in so many movies and TV shows over the years and is best known for his role as Sam Wainwright, the business fond of saying "yeah" in the movie It's a Wonderful Life. He gets a star.
I think he gets a star too, but I think you don't deserve a star because of the child exploitation comment.
You can cut that out if you want.
If I have to look like an idiot, then so do you.
I think we're even now.
Are we cutting both of them out?
I mean, I don't know.
No, I'll probably keep the thing that makes me look like an idiot in, because I think that was kind of funny. but
Yeah,
I think he gets a star too.
he gets one.
All right. Fran Allison was an American television. I'm starting to sense a theme here. A lot of these people are American. Fran Allison was an American television and radio comedian, personality, and singer, best known for her role in the NBC Puppet Show, which ran from 1967 to 1977, good old decade. She was the human who interacted with the puppet characters Kuklo and Ollie. Based on the fact that our channel started out with puppet-based shenanigans in mind, it feels like we're obligated to keep her star. I mean, she was on NBC too, so by your definition, she was on the screen. So
Mm-hmm.
you agree?
Any kind of like visual entertainment at this point. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Fred Allen was a radio comedian who at the time was very popular for the gag that he did with a friend named Jack Benny. I don't think he gets a star since, from the sounds of it, he wasn't in motion picture work or television for that matter.
And yeah, that's the second time Benny came up. That's pretty neat.
There we go.
I might have to do some research before I either agree or disagree with that. But
I mean, hey, I might be wrong, but that's all I got out of it.
from your research, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to trust you and say that he doesn't deserve a star. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to trust you. I might be wrong, but you know what? It's on you.
I'll have to do some more research later then. Well, who's this next person?
Fred Escalator. Excuse me. Fred Astaire was an American dancer, choreographer, actor, and singer. He is often called the greatest popular music dancer of all time. Most of his acting work he did seem to be dancing in the movies. He was also the narrator in popular stop-motion picture Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I had him on my naughty list, but since he was on that Santa Claus movie, I kind of have to let him keep it, because it's a disservice to Santa in that case.
He gets his star-shaped cookie. There you go.
Gives a little star there, right? I mean, he was the narrator. He was like the mailman guy. He wasn't.
It's Santa
He
Claus
wasn't
is
Santa.
coming to town.
Right, he's that guy. But
All right.
we agree with that guy.
Gene Austin was an, well, get this, American singer and songwriter
Bingo.
of the earliest 20th century. He had two songs such as When My Sugar Walks Down the Street and The Lonesome Road. He's learned to play piano and guitar. He ran home at 15 years old. He joined the U.S. Army at 17, hoping he'd get dispatched to Europe. After the Army, he's wanted to study dentistry, but ended up learning piano and vocals and songwriting. I don't think he gets a star.
Oh, interesting.
If anything, an MTV award.
Yeah, you know what? I think we revoke it. I think I agree with that. But that's so funny. Whenever his sugar walks down the street, it turns into a lonesome road, right?
Yeah.
Because after she's gone, I have nothing left. All right.
All right.
All by myself.
He's probably gonna be reading he's gonna be lonely looking at the Dear Abby column part.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Gene Autry was an American, look at that, an American actor, musician, singer, composer, rodeo performer, and baseball owner who gained fame largely by singing in a crooning style on the radio, in films, and on television for more than 3 decades, beginning in the early 1930s. What?
Oh, wow.
You were starting to giggle and I was feeling left out. Okay. His songs and covers are still major hits today, especially the Christmas songs when when that time comes around, I think he may keep a star.
Yep, he deserves that Christmas star. Perfect. All right. George Arliss is an English actor, author, playwright, and filmmaker who ended up succeeding here in the States. He was the first British actor to win an Academy Award. He started acting on stage at 18. His career started in 1887. He played London's West End in 1900. He deserves a star.
He deserves a star. Gillian Anderson is an American actress. She is most known in The X-Files, The House of Mirth, and The Fall, as well as many other films and shows. She also is doing much in the activism and charity realm. From what I see, she seems to not only act in a bunch of projects, but is striving to help make the lives of others better. Keep her star, Mr. Hollywood.
If he is listening, then by all means, that star is staying there.
Staying there.
All right. Gracie Allen. Well, her full name is Grace Ellen Rosalie, I don't even know. Allen was an, guess what? American
I
comedian
was going to say British.
who was more famous internationally as the zany partner and comic foil of husband George Burns. She actually got her start at 3 years old. Not gonna
No,
make
that's exploitation.
Yeah, now we're both even. She also was a talented dancer and danced with her 3 sisters. And no one really knows the year of her birth due to the earthquake and fire of April 1906 when public records were all destroyed and everything just turned into ash. She gets a star for her contributions to the TV industry.
Even though there's no record of her even existing because it was all destroyed.
Yep. All those tapes and films are all destroyed.
All right. Harrison Ford. You know this guy.
Yep, I think I hear the name of it.
Harrison Ford was a prolific silent actor in the late 1800s to the early 1900s, so not the Harrison Ford you were thinking of. Throughout his whole career, he was only in one talking movie. He had wonderful stage presence that had carried well into his film work. Silent or not, that doesn't matter. I think he keeps the star.
I agree. And I guess once he retired, he drove his Ford Bronco.
Right.
Yep, will have the luxury for that. Harry Ackerman was in. Well, do I have to say it again?
Cuban?
Not Mexican. No. American TV executive producer at Screen Gems.
Dang it. I was close. I was close.
Yeah, you were. He was vice president of production at Screen Gems from 1958 to 1974.
Cool.
Yep. The company produced classics such as Dennis the Menace and The Donna Reed Show. He won 2 Emmy Awards for his work and was the first producer honored by the Pacific Pioneer Broadcasters at their 1974 Luncheon, whatever it is. He gets that star, I believe.
I believe he gets the star too.
All right. Now you got.
So I'm going to say something. You had the great idea of actually getting to know our actors or influential people that have stars. What if I throw an idea your way that might be the opposite of that?
All right. Let's spill the beans.
We're going to go back to the basics. We're not going to read as much into it as we did back in the first A section, or I think the first 10 minutes of this recording or something like that. Rather, We'll just read them for the first time very quickly, like 1, 2 sentences, and then we'll just decide if they keep their star. Heather Angel was an English actress born in Oxford, Oxfordshire, England. She was brought up on a farm near Bunbury. She was in many programs such as Walt Disney's animated films Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan, and she's done many other things by the look of this. I think she gets to keep her star.
Ah, she's such an angel. She gets that star.
All right.
Let's see what Herb Alpert's got for us. Yep, he was an American musician, most associated with the group variously known as Herb Alpert in Tijuana Brass. Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass, or TJB, yeah.
All right.
Yep, so he was he was one of those, he was a musician, but he has Grammy Awards, and yep, all about his personal life. So he's pretty much just a musician. He's got 5 #1 hits, 28 albums on the Billboard charts, 8 Grammy Awards, 14 platinum albums, and 15 gold albums. As of 1996, 27 years ago, he had sold 72 million albums worldwide. Well, unless he has any history in filmmaking or television, he doesn't get that star.
Interesting. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna also vote. Let's take it away.
Yeah.
Jack Albertson was an American character actor during the vaudeville, a comedian, dancer, singer, and musician. Albertson is perhaps well known as Manny Rosen in the Poseidon Adventure and Grandpa Joe in the 1971 version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and as Ed Brown in the 1974 to 1978 television program Chico and the Man. I believe he gets to keep his star.
I think the Stan Lee clone deserves it.
All right.
All right, yeah. James Arness. Yep, he is. Yep, he's. Well, I think you can all glue everything together. I think you know who he's an American actor again. But, damn it, I thought he was from South America, man. Best known for portraying Marshall Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke for 20 years. Man. Yep. He has the distinction of having playing the role of Marshall Matt Dillon for 5 separate decades. And from 1955 to 1975 in the weekly series, then returned to Dodge and 4 more made-to-TV movies of Gunsmoke in the 90s.
All right.
Yep. I do think he gets a star.
I think he keeps a star too.
What?
Jane's Addiction is a band. All right, we've already done a few bands and a few musicians and stuff like that. They were indicted into the Walk of Fame on October 30th, 2013. They are one of the most popular rock bands around, and we expect many fans at this exciting event. Anna Martinez says. I think you mentioned Martinez before.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
right. Yep, you mentioned like somebody up there. I'll have to look back later.
Although they probably have some good songs, many of which I have never heard of. I probably actually never heard of this band. I'm going to do the controversial thing and say we take their stars away. Because it seems like they were just there because they were popular and not really.
There's no like actual talent involved. So it's just, they're popular, so they get the star. All right, so let's learn about Jean Arthur. She was, the drum roll, American actress.
Japanese. I thought.
He's a major film star of the 1930s and 1940s. She remains arguably the epitome of the female screwball comedy actress.
That's epitome, but
apparently nobody was. It seems like she was the outlier, from what it sounds like. She was pretty popular. She's best known for her roles in 3 Frank Capra films: Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, You Can't Take It With You, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
okay.
Yep. And a memorable later performance was in George Stevens' Shane, which was her last screen performance. Well, I think she gets a star since, well, I guess she had some kind of talent that no one else had, apparently.
I think she gets to keep her star as well.
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane. Believe it or not.
Better find somebody to love. Okay. Anyways.
Believe it or not. Jefferson's Airplane is another band. You already heard about Jane's Addiction, so I'm just gonna say they don't deserve a star because they're another band that was just popular.
Yep. Probably not. Ooh. I think we all know.
Ross!
Jennifer
Sandy!
Aniston.
Dang it!
Nope. Yep, she is. Yep. She's, well, Jennifer Aniston. You might know her from the show Friends. Yep, she got her star in 2012. Her career started after being cast as a series regular on Malboy and The Edge. She also had guest starring roles on Quantum Leap and Burke's Law, and a starring role in Ferris Bueller. And yep, just like I said earlier, she is known as Rachel Green in Friends.
I had to do it. It was there.
Yep, so other than that, I think she gets her star.
I believe she keeps her star too. In fact, yesterday I believe the sequel to one of the Adam Sandler and her movie Murder Mystery popped out on Netflix. So I guess watch that if you've never heard of Jennifer Aniston or Adam Sandler.
I actually did watch that.
Yeah, have you seen the first one?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
It's another it's another Adam Sandler movie where it's like, if you want to watch it, sure thing. It's one of those. Are you really missing anything?
No.
I don't think you're missing anything if you don't. But whatever. I agree. She gets to keep her star.
And she was also in The Breakup with Vince Vaughn. That one's. Yep. Just any movie out there. Anyways, who's the next person we got?
Julie Andrews is an English film, and see, I tricked myself with that one. I just used to say it is an American. All right. Is an English film star, stage actress, singer, and author. She is the recipient of the Golden Globe, Emmy, Grammy, BAFTA, People's Choice Awards, Theatre World Award, Screen Actors Guild, and Academy Award honors. Andrews was a former British child actress and singer who made her Broadway debut in 1954 with The Boyfriend, and rose to do a bunch of things like My Fair Lady and Camelot. Best known, you actually mentioned this before, but we weren't talking about that, she is Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I'm surprised she wasn't in the sequel.
She gets to keep her star.
Yep, she does.
She is a star. Oh my gosh, she's popular.
Yep. Yeah, geez, she'll be 90 soon.
A knock on wood, you know?
Yeah. All right, June Allison. Got anyone? Back to the American people. Back to the American film people. She's an American film and television actress and popular in the 1940s and 50s. She was a major MGM contract star. Allison won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress for her performance in Too Young to Kiss from 19. Oh yeah, can't say that nowadays.
Oh,
From 1959 1961. She hosted and occasionally starred in her own CBS anthology series, The DuPont Show with June Allison. A later generation knew her as the spokesperson for Depend undergarments.
right.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I know about. I think she does get her star.
I think she gets to keep her star. I wasn't laughing at the Depends underwear. I was laughing at the next one.
Oh.
Ken Minyard and Robert Arthur. Click on their thing on the site.
Hold up. Ken Minyard and Robert Arthur. Let's see. What about them?
It's just Amazon.
Oh, cool. It's great. I think they get a star. Perfect. Yay. Yeah.
By the look of it, they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15.
Yeah.
They already have. Oh, wait, shit. There are 69 reviews on 4,441 stars on. They already have. It looks like just from this screen alone, they have over 7,000 stars, 8,000 stars.
Born on negative 0001. Wow, that was. Geez, I remember that day.
You're old.
Yeah, we're so old.
No, don't lump me into that. You said you remember that day.
Yeah. I remember the dinosaurs roaming around eating at everybody. The end.
I'm just going to say, because I want to keep this quickly, let's take their star away because this has no information on them. And I'm being petty.
Kirstie Alley. Okay, so she was an American actress known for her role in the TV shows Cheers, in which she played Rebecca Howe, whatever. From 1987, apparently, they don't even know, to 1993, winning an Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award as the outstanding lead actress in the comedy series in 1981. She's also known for her role in Look Who's Talking film as Molly Abriaco. Yeah. Well, I think for her success, she gets the star.
She keeps her star in my mind too. Kurt Alexander.
Big boy.
Had Dr. Dre and George Lopez talking about him whenever he was getting his star. He is in the Walk of Fame in the category of radio. All right, so it looks like he is an award-winning radio personality, Kurt or Big Boy. I'm trying to see if he was in things. So it seems like he was in the music industry and the radio industry, which, you know what? Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Here it is. Big Boy has made numerous cameos in movies such as Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard, Charlie's Angels 2, and he co-starred in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. All right.
I'd have to rewatch that because I don't. I think he was in. I think I've seen him in there before. All right. Let's look at Leroy here. Not an actor, but an American composer of short, light concert pieces, many of which were Introduced by the Boston Pops Orchestra under the direction of Arthur Fielder, John Williams described him as one of the great American masters of light orchestral music. Yeah, so it sounds like he was a composer. Yeah, think he deserves an award at the MTV or whatever, but not a Hollywood star.
I'll take your word for it, and we will take away his star.
Yep.
Lou Ayres, born Louis Frederick Ayres III, was an American actor, probably best known for Dr. Kildare in several movies, which was apt since originally he had studied medicine at the University of Arizona. He was in some movies. He keeps his star.
There we go. Perfect. I think
Let's
he
keep
does
them
too.
let's keep them that quick. Let's do it that way.
All right, let's see. Lucia Albanese is an Italian-born American operatic soprano, noted especially for her portrayals of the lyric heroines of Verdi and Puccini. Albanese was a leading artist in the Metropolitan Opera of New York from 1940 to 1966. She's also made many recordings and is a chairman of the Lucia Albanese Puccini Foundation, which is dedicated to assisting young artists and singers. So another one of those producers, and no star for you. Sorry.
Let's take away her star. Louis Armstrong.
I think most of us know about him.
What a wonderful world. All right. Was an American jazz trumpeter and singer from the New Orleans. Wait a minute. New Orleans, Louisiana. All right. Let's see. He was mainly in the music industry, but apparently he wasn't really in any films.
So
Shucks.
sounds like another musician.
It's another musician, but you know what? I have to say this. He keeps his star.
Guess I guess an actor that played him would deserve a star in whatever that Bill and Ted movie.
I mean, I believe he keeps his star. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess he's that influential. Perfect.
He's that influential, you know?
All right.
Let's keep them quick. Your last few were like kind of slow. Let's do quick.
Lou Adler, here we go. Is an American record record producer, manager, and director. Yep. He did stuff, he just pretty much, he was the president of the label as well, the chief record producer from 1964 to 1967. Yep, he did a lot of stuff in the 60s. I don't know if he gets a star. He was just a producer.
I agree with that. Marian Anderson was an American contralto and one of the most celebrated singers of the 20th century. Music critic Alan Blythe said her voice was rich, vibrant contralto of intrinsic beauty. A lot of the singing career is operatic. Trying to see if she was in things, which it seems like the only thing that she was really in was a performance for the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt. She is a very influential person. She's great.
Well,
But I'm gonna do the thing that you've been doing, and I'm taking away your star. I'm so sorry. I apologize, Marion. I apologize.
well, no star for her.
Oh, you agree?
All right. Not to be confused with Mary Anderson. Mary Anderson. All right. Oh boy. Mary Anderson is a American former actress who appeared in 31 films and 22 television productions between 1939 to 1965. That already says what I need to know. She gets a star. She's
All
been
right.
she's been in like stuff such as the Maybelle Meriwether and Gone with the Wind.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one very quickly. Well, first off, I do agree with you. She keeps a star. Let's try to do the rest of them this quick, like a sort of speed round or whatever. Mary Astor was an American actress. She keeps a star. Next.
Perfect.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Perfect.
Michael and Sarah, not Michael Sarah. Michael and Sarah is a stage, screen, and voice actor best known for his portrayal of the Cochise in the American television series Broken Arrow, and was a Commander Kang on 3 different Star Trek TV series. Yep. Star Trek. Hence, let's emphasize star. Gets a star.
I think he gets a star too. Maury Amsterdam, not to be confused with the country or the location, was an American television actor and comedian. He gets a star.
Yep, I agree. Muhammad Ali was a former American boxer and 3-time world heavyweight champion who is widely considered one of the greatest heavyweight championship boxers of all time. Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah. Well, I mean, he can box me all he wants, but I'm not giving him a star.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that one just because I think those events were definitely on TV.
I
And
guess
that's the only reason why I disagree with that one.
I guess
Nils.
technically. All right, Nils, let's see.
Nils Asther was a Danish-born Swedish actor active in the Hollywood from 1926 to the mid-50s. He, because I couldn't tell by the name, he gets to keep his star. All right, moving on.
Okay, I think I'll agree on that. Paula Abdul.
God.
Paula Julia Abdul is an American pop singer, record producer, dancer, choreographer, actress, and television personality.
You got it.
Yeah, she's an actress, and she gets her star from.
I agree. Paul Anka, or Paul Albert Anka, OC. OC, I don't know what OC means, is a Canadian singer, songwriter, and actor. You got my answer.
Perfect.
He keeps a star. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Pete, not that BP. Pete Aguilar.
Hey, man.
Oh man. Yep, he was just let's see what he was about. What about him? Wow. So he's a Emery Leron Gubler, president and CEO of Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, guest speaker Neil Parnell. Yep.
Speed it up. Speed it up.
Okay, I think he gets a star. He's the voice.
I wasn't
Oh,
even
he was on The
listening.
Voice.
He was on the voice. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Let's give him a star.
He's on The Voice for that. All right.
Philip Ahn was born Philippe Ahn as a Korean American actor. He was the first Asian American film actor to receive a star, and he gets to keep it.
Good, perfect. Good job. Ray Anthony is an American band leader, trumpeter, songwriter, and actor. What did he do for acting? Oh, and he appeared in the Glenn Miller movie Sun Valley Serenade in 1941 before joining the U.S. Navy during World War II. Yep. Hope he got a star from both that and his acting career.
All right, I agree. He gets to keep his star. All right. Renee Adori was a French actress who had appeared in Hollywood salad movies during the 20s. She keeps her star.
Perfect. Yeah, I agree. Rex Elvey Allen. You could tell he's from probably Texas. He was American.
From Rexless.
Yeah, he's got his cowboy hat on. He's an American film actor, singer, and songwriter who's particularly known as the narrator in many Disney nature and Western film productions. He was honored with the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Good. You think he deserves it?
I think he deserves it too. All right, Richard, Richard, Richard Arlen was an American actor. Okay, that's
He's
it.
a Richard Arlen. Oh my God, we're just a Roscoe Arbuckle. Yeah, Fatty Arbuckle. Ooh. Well, he was an American Illustrated song slide model, silent film actor, comedian, director, and screenwriter starring the Slag Polyscope Company. Yep, he eventually moved to Keystone Studios where he worked in Mabel, Norman, and Harold Lloyd. Yay, star for him.
He keeps a star. Roy a cuff, which backwards is fuck off your
Yeah.
fuck your. All right. Roy Claxton a cuff was an American country music singer, fiddler, and
I hope not either. Oh boy, I think we're both probably gonna get
we're close. We're close.
All right, does he get a star?
He was just in the music industry and he was like promoting and stuff like that. He was not in the silver screen. So you know what?
No star.
Take it away.
God, we're probably gonna get a lot of backlash in the comments.
Dude, I'm the only one who comments on these things.
Samuel Zakharov was honored with the star. Yeah, good for him. He was an American producer of not B movie from DreamWorks, just the letter B movies.
Right.
Yeah, good. I think he gets a star, but other than that, yeah, I don't know if he gets one actually. If he's just a producer.
I think he keeps a star.
Okay.
For having the B movies. All right. Stella Adler was an American actress and an acclaimed acting teacher. You know what? She has probably taught some people who already have a star. So you know what? She keeps a star too.
Perfect.
We're close. We're done. We're almost there.
Steve Allen. An American television personality, musician, actor, comedian, and writer. Yep, he got a start in radio. He's best known. Yeah, he's best known for his television career. Yeah, good. I guess he gets a star for
Tim Allen.
Buzz Lightyear. Perfect.
To infinity and beyond. Tim Allen is an American comedian, actor, voiceover artist, and entertainer known for his role in the Home Improvement. He is also in the Toy Story series, The Santa Claus, and Galaxy Quest, among other things. He is an actor. Keep his star, even though
he also deserves his Space Ranger badge, whatever he gets.
I will say one thing though about him. He is bad at comedy whenever he's drunk. Let's just say that.
Well, other than that, I think he deserves a star for his other stuff. As in the making of this episode, we found out like a month ago that Christina Applegate got her star. So, Christina Applegate, as far as I know, she's an actress. And I think she was on the show like Married with Children, right?
Correct.
That's only I really know her from.
Yeah, she plays the daughter in that the blonde dumbass. But she's not dumb in real life, I think.
It's been like a decade now since I watched it, so I don't really know anything about it anymore.
God, it's like a staple in our house almost. It's like whenever there's nothing else, this is on, sure.
I think she gets a star. You know?
I can't disagree. I think she deserves her star too. Plus, she only got it recently. It kind of sucked to take it away. Like right now, right?
Yeah, it would suck after just finding out like recently that she got it, as in the making of this.
Yeah. I don't know if it was like a month ago. I think it. I mean, I'll say at most it's a month ago. I really don't think it was like 2022. It's definitely in 2023 zone.
So
But I have no idea if it's April or March or February. One of
Well,
those three.
yep, we are not to be quoted on that, so anyone's curious, they can do their research.
Eh, we might even be able to pop it up on screen now or something. If we wanted to, if I remember.
Yep, well, if you find anything, yeah, I would put it on the screen.
Alright. You know what that means?
That means, well, that means we're done with A's.
We're done with the A's. We only have 1,570.
Whoa, that's awesome!
But we'll get there when we get there because I don't want to do this until, like, you know, I want to wait a while to do the B's.
Well,
Anywho's you what's it?
so what does that mean then? We're gonna. So is that? So wait, is this gonna be uploaded as just the A's, or we're gonna?
Is it going to be just the A's for now? Unless if you want to just like, you just want to say, okay, all the B's, keep them, all the C's, get rid of them. If you want to do it that way
I
without
was thinking. So
without researching.
So this could be part one of 1,000 of the Hollywood Walk of Fame series.
Part 1 of 26, because I think I want to get all of them separated, although a few of the letters are very short, so we could probably even have it be like 1 out of 20 or something like that.
Well, when we weren't recording any of these sessions, then behind the scenes I kind of had this thought, so okay, if they're not in the movie business or motion picture business, then why do they need a star? If they're, I would think maybe they have. I think they should get an MTV award or any kind of music award. So that's why, looking back, maybe we should change it. That's just my side of things, but I digress.
And I'm gonna be honest, I did think about it as well, and I'm gonna have to say I do agree, at least for the most part, with what the co-host over here is saying. Now, the strange thing is, okay, yes, we did these in 4 different recordings. The first one, we only got through like 7 of them, and we did it the long way. Basically, we didn't research beforehand, we just clicked and read for the first time. We explained that we changed our minds about halfway through this whole thing, yada yada. That doesn't matter, but we can't get through 3,000 of these in one go. Far from it. So, we already said something about Alabama and us deciding to change our minds about the decision. However, there are a few more in that we haven't really corrected. The final list of people that we think should have their stars taken away will be on the screen from now until the rest of this video. And we are done. Thank you everyone for listening to today's episode of the DomJake podcast.
Well, I guess you could say that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap, I guess. I mean, we could say cut too, but another thing that I would like said is maybe while you're scrolling down there, typing in the comments to say why these stars that we decided to take away are bullshit and why we're wrong or why we're right. While you're down there, be sure to hit the subscribe button.
And be sure to hit the bell so you never miss a video.
Make sure to like even if you didn't like it, I challenge you. Scene 5, cut 17, take 40.
And cut.
Cut, that's a wrap. We're putting it in post-production right now. All right, everybody. Nice wrap up. We'll take a short 10-minute break. Be sure to fill up on your refreshments or empty out your tanks. We'll be back with Tom Hanks. No. Can you think of anything else that we need to say?
Well, aside from the visuals, well, Dear Abby?